There are many people who'll tell you that a Filipina will make the best partner in the world for those looking for a long-term and successful relationship. But is it true that they're better than any other woman worldwide when it comes to relationships? I've been married to a Filipina for over 7 years in what I'd call a very happy and successful relationship. So what I say here is the truth as I see it, and what I'm about to say may surprise many. So be sure to buckle up and stay with me here. Just quickly, if you're looking to date a Filipina and don't know where to start, why not check out my affiliate link in the pinned comment and description to the Philippines' #1 dating site, where it's free to create an account and view tens of thousands of beautiful Filipina profiles right now. Now, the facts are that many men worldwide are searching for a Filipina to be in a relationship with. Most of these guys are genuinely seeking a partner to share his life with, and they see a Filipina as a more appealing option than a woman from his own country. Now, I won't go too much into the reasons why so many men are steering away from women in their own country and venturing into the Philippines in search of love, because I think we've all heard those reasons over and over. But for many men, they seem to have lost a connection with those women, and they hear so many positive stories around how being in a relationship with a Filipina is by far the best relationship you can have. But is this really true? Through our life, we all have our own unique experiences that help us to form an opinion and create a reality in our mind. Simply, if you have good or bad relationships with a particular woman anywhere in the world, then those experiences will shape your views. If you were to ask a man in the USA who's been happily married for 30 years for his opinion on American women, then his answer will most likely be a positive one. However, if you ask the same man who's been divorced in the US and has lost his house and much money through the divorce settlement what his view of women in the US is, then his view will be rather a negative one. Similarly, if you ask a man who's been in a good relationship with a Filipina what his view is, of course he'll tell you all the positive things, whilst a man who's had a bad experience is likely to be more negative, especially if he's had more than one bad experience. Is it possible that men in Western countries where the divorce rate is pushing up towards 50% are disillusioned with all Western women? And is this fair and accurate? Are there not any wonderful and caring women left in the West, or are they just becoming harder to find? My belief here is that there are still wonderful women in all countries around the world, but perhaps our views have been tainted somewhat due to our experiences, and as such, we tend to put all women from that country into the same basket. Now, I've been guilty of this at times myself, but it's a natural thing to do to form an opinion based on one's own experiences. I also believe that many men, and especially older men, miss having what we may call a traditional relationship like we had maybe 40 or 50 years ago. A relationship where the woman and the man had specific roles within that relationship that was much more simplistic back then. Nowadays, it seems in Western countries things have become so fast-paced and expensive that both in the relationship are being pushed to the brink to earn enough money to lead a comfortable lifestyle. What I believe many guys see in a Filipina is the chance to go backwards in time to a place where roles in a relationship were more clear-cut and the wife knew how to take care of the home and her husband whilst the man went about earning a living. To some people these days, they may consider this thinking to be outdated and even possibly sexist. But is that really the case? If we look back 50 years ago, divorce rates in the West were much lower than they are today, and I believe the struggle people have today in a hectic world to earn enough money to furnish their lifestyle is partly to blame. Many men are saying, rather loudly, in my view at least, that they want a more simplistic woman and relationship. A relationship that many would consider old-fashioned. These guys know that not only will they find a rather sweet and attractive Filipina, but she may also have those old-fashioned values we once knew. And as I say, this is why many men are seeking a Filipina. The younger Western men have never known of such a way to have a relationship, and so they're happy to find a woman in their own country, which is certainly fair enough. But the truth of the matter is that whilst there are many Filipinas who do possess such qualities and old-fashioned values that for many of us would make an ideal partner, we can't put all Filipinas into the one category. As in any country, there are good and not so good when it comes to who makes an ideal partner for the long term. One must know that commencing a relationship with anyone worldwide is never guaranteed of success, and this is also true when searching for a Filipina. But I can tell you from my own experience, as well as what I've heard from others over the years, if you take your time to find a genuine Filipina and you're looking for a woman with more old-fashioned values, then they can be found. But you must know what you're looking for. This is part of what I teach on this channel, and I have many videos to try and help you around finding a genuine Filipina for a long-term and successful relationship. To help you on your way, you may want to check out this playlist in the card above. So absolutely, a Filipina can be the most amazing relationship that you'll ever experience. But equally, if you don't put in the groundwork into finding such a woman and take your time, it can also be a very negative relationship. But at the same time, let's be very careful not to put all Western women and Filipinas into the one basket, because simply, they're all individuals, and you have good and not so good everywhere. If your preference is for a beautiful Filipina who has old-fashioned values that you haven't seen in your country for many years, then certainly, over time you can find such a woman. But I can't stress enough the importance not to think that you can just race in and find a Filipina without doing a good amount of research on Filipinas, her country, family, religion, and the love scams going on, and the red flags or warning signs to spot them quickly. Yes, it does take some work, but in the end you'll be very well rewarded when you find a genuine Filipina who is compatible with you to share your lives together for the long term. And for anyone who has an active membership with Christian Filipina via my affiliate link in the pinned comment, I'm more than happy to assist you along the way to finding such a woman. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.